Got another Husqvarna video here. Another $50 Husqvarna video. Just ran out and picked this up nearby off Facebook Marketplace. Husqvarna 125B backpack blower. Tiny little guy, but I don't have a blower, needed a blower. And he said this one ran when he used it last, probably like 3 years ago. But it's just been sitting ever since, and yeah, I figured that'd be easy buy and an easy fix, so let's find out. First off, whenever these little engines are sitting for a long time, anything that has a fuel primer, little plunger like this, those things are typically the first thing to rot out. They get hard, and this one's pretty stiff already, and I can, oh yeah, look at that, it's already cracked. I hope you can see that, but these things crack right away. So before I even came home, I went out and picked up a new one of those. Also grabbed a new spark plug. I took the old one out already, but alright, and I peeked inside the fuel tank. That was looking okay. There's a little bit of dried gunk down in the bottom down there, and there's a little intake filter, so I'll try to flush that out a bit. Make sure that's all nice and clean, nothing getting in the carburetor. I'll clean the carburetor, of course. It does have nice compression, of course not right now because there's no spark plug in there, and you can't see that probably, but the piston looks pretty good in there from what I can see. So I'm gonna go take it over, spray it down with some degreaser, power wash it, clean it up a bit. But first, let's take a look inside the air filter. And also, the owner said he stopped using it because the trigger was sticking, which it is. It's not really snapping back like it should, but it's not too bad. Yeah, it's a little bit dirty. Could be better. There we go. Oh. It's bad, but I don't have a replacement, so probably just keep using that for now. But I will change that soon. But here's the throttle cable. So when I pull in the trigger, you see that go. And that can usually be fixed with just spraying a little lubricant down the cable wire, and then of course we'll clean all this up, get that debris out of there, and I bet that thing will start snapping right back. I'm gonna throw the new spark plug down in here so that no dirt or debris gets in there. Tighten that up. I want to also go ahead and change this little plunger so that, since it's cracked, when I power wash it, no water will blast into there. The old plunger, pop that sucker out of there. New plunger. Try to keep as much dirt out of there as I can. Not doing a great job. That's the correct way. Good. New primer, ready to roll. Starting to rain a bit, so I'm gonna try to move quickly. Real quick, I'm gonna take this plastic cover off so I can get to the engine and clean that better. And this itself isn't too dirty. I'm gonna leave this one on though, because that protects the air filter. There we go. And that's really not too dirty in there, but That'll help just to get some of that debris out. Okay. We'll let that sit for just a second and then come back and spray it all off. And while we wait, Susan chases the pineapple. What are y'all eating over there? Come here. George, tuna. What are y'all eating? Better not be doing anything nasty. Looking almost brand new now. Looking good. Now before I put this cover back on, let me just pull this off and spray this down a little more with degreaser and try to get that cleaned out and maybe get a better response from the trigger. Probably should have done this before I washed it, because now I'm just blasting all this dirt around, but it's gonna get dirty one way or another. It's now looking a whole lot better. You can see actually what's going on the carburetor. It's already snapping back a little faster. I'm going to see if I can't blast a little WD-40 down the cable and then also spray a little up in the actual trigger itself. Work it in there a bit, and then right down that cable is where we want it. Right down the throttle cable. And we'll work it back and forth. Yeah, now I think I'm just going to clean out this fuel tank, and I think that might be all this thing needs, and then we'll try it. I hope you can see down in there. Oh yeah, that's some old sludge, looks like. So I've had this stuff for a while. It's for 2 and 4 cycle engines, and it says you just add it to the fuel and that you can't overdose it. So I'm gonna see if I can't just dump some of this in this empty tank. Hopefully that'll dissolve some of what's in there, and then I'll try to pour that out, and then I'll just put new gas in on top of whatever's left. I just used it all, and look, you can already see it's breaking that stuff up pretty good. And I used it all because I really wanted it to try to get in that fuel filter a bit and break down some of the junk on there. So I'm going to close this and then shake it up a bit, and we'll let this sit for a while. It says it typically needs at least 15 minutes, so let's let it do its work. While I'm waiting on that mechanic in a bottle, figure I'll light a fire, so I came over here to grab some kindling. Low torch and beer boxes. Just like pioneers. What do you think, Susan? See how that gas tank is looking. I'm gonna pour it into this container, which isn't very clean to begin with, but that's why I'm using it. Well, we got it out. Looks a little darker, but not crazy darker. Take a look inside the tank. Looks a little better. There's still some of that orange liquid in there, but that's okay according to the bottle. Let's throw some fuel in there and see if we can get it to prime into the bowl and see if it'll fire up. Got some mixed gas. Let's see if it'll prime. Yeah, we got fuel in there. And if this does not work still, then I'm gonna open up the carburetor and I will also go ahead and get a new air filter. Alright, spark plug on, everything's good. I think we're ready. Primed up, choke is on. Quick and easy. Let's try blowing off this deck, or whatever you call it out here. Blow out the shower. pretty sweet. You just can't kill a husky. I almost was hoping it'd be worse for a better video, but just kidding. That's always fun when it's quick and easy. Always be on the lookout for good name brands on Facebook that people can't get running. It's usually just they don't want to deal with it, but it's almost always just the gas in the carburetor. And I didn't even have to open the carburetor. So, on to the next thing.